Ignite is an ongoing series of speedy presentations. They've ranged from building multi-person pogo sticks to hacking chocolate. Any topic that geeks hold dear. Each speaker gets only 5 minutes and 20 slides that auto-advance every 15 seconds. The talk you're about to hear was recorded live at one of the featured Ignite events around the world.
So if you remember in the beginning, Colin had mentioned that we had somebody at the last minute have to drop out, and we had somebody jump back in, and that person who bravely jumped back in is Mike Henderson. So please give it up for him as he talks about elevator pitches for bad ideas.
Thank you very much. I apologize for having notes, but I only had 2 hours. So I was born without a filter, so that can be a problem when you're like an entrepreneur and a business owner and you have to talk to people all the time, and you end up saying, dropping F-bombs and saying stupid things, coming up with bad ideas. So bad ideas are a good thing. So don't be afraid of bad ideas. Even if you have the worst idea ever, it'll lead to something good. So I had an idea for a drive-through food truck. So this is a food truck. Like, I hate having to go to a food truck and where the fuck is it? I don't know. I also hate drive-throughs because you got to navigate that windy thing and there's 2 windows, but why don't they use the first window anymore? Anyway, so self-service food truck. This is easy. This is just a truck with some vending machines on it. No problem. You can do this, and why are people doing this now? I don't want a gourmet fucking grilled cheese sandwich. I want a Snickers bar. Okay, so these things are really popular boudoir photo shoots. Well, why not sort of what this is softcore porn for the common man. This is easy. Everybody wants to think that they're a porn star. No problem. At the Cannes Film Festival. So this is a film festival for movies with tasteful nudity. My only memory of the movie Trading Places was having to hide under the covers during the party scene, which was, I watched it later and there weren't really as many boobs as I thought there were. So Mom Jeopardy, this is like the Jeopardy. So Jeopardy is like an egghead show, and there's douchebags, and douchebags don't care about egghead shows, so you have to answer in the form of a mom joke. Advertisers will eat this shit up. No problem. I created that meme this afternoon. It's amazing. Vegan with Bacon. So you got Food Network and food blogs and food shows. You've got one camp. You've got the bacon camp where all they can think about is bacon, and you've got vegan camp where all they can think about is soybeans. Just mix the two together. Something for everybody. You're hitting the whole market. Advertisers love it. Dirty words with friends. So words with friends seems really, really boring to me. What if every word? So this will really expose your lack of vocabulary with dirty words. How many dirty words do you really know? I don't know, but I bet you couldn't play a whole game with it. Okay, so douchebags, they spend a lot of time with their hair. They spend a lot of time figuring out what kind of car they want. These guys, they don't just roll out of bed and become a douchebag. So Douchebag Advisory Board would sort of validate their experience through a certification process, provide networking events. Ken Burns has done amazing things for jazz, for the national parks, for I don't even remember what. But nobody really likes jazz, and nobody really likes dubstep. But nobody knows what dubstep is, and everybody knows what jazz is. So it seems like a perfect mix, right? So porn books. So personalization on the web has come to almost everything. So you do a Google search, and it shows you what your friends are liking. So why not, when you go to a porn site, why don't you see your friends' faces, right? So personalize the porn industry. Food trucks. So the thing I hate about food trucks is where the fuck are they, right? One day they're at your doorstep, the next day they're in Fernley. So this would be a food truck that's shaped like a food truck, but it's always in the same place. And so they'll tweet things like, "Oh, we're on the same corner again, no problem, everything's great." So back to douchebags. So there are 50 million douchebags in just the western U.S. alone. These guys will buy tequila-flavored tequila-flavored mouthwash every day. Tweet seat. So this is a social media-enabled toilet seat. And basically it's like health monitoring for your toilet. So it'll have a photo, it'll have a camera, and it'll have an accelerometer, so it'll know what you're doing. Shutterstock. So as a creative person, stock photo archives are really important to how we really make those ads pop. But what if you're doing an ad for Yellow Pages or the highway out to Fallon? You don't need all that. Garlic bread diet. So this is a diet for people so you can eat everything you want of anything that makes it impossible for you to have sex, right? So things that give you terrible breath, things that give you gas, because it doesn't matter if you look good. People aren't really motivated by looking good in a bikini. So the Gert Locker. So this is an Iraq War themed yogurt stand, and so basically it's like one like tendril of comfort to ease our troops back into things. So the Do Shit app. So this is like the whole productivity realm is like blowing up on apps and stuff. But we all know what we need to do. We just need a reminder to do that shit. So this is just be random intervals, just like, hey, you know what you need to do? Just fucking do it, no problem. Bad ideas. So bad ideas, don't be afraid of bad ideas. Like, you always have that meeting and you have an idea and you're like, it's funny, but it's not really productive. Don't be afraid to just throw that idea out there because it's like a 1,000 to 1 ratio of good ideas to bad ideas. I'm probably like a little off of that. That's all I have. Thanks.